This segment brought to you by Kansas Regenerative Medicine Center. Your stem cells, your health, your life. To document Phil Grecian's long and distinguished career in theater would take reams of paper or hours of airtime. Yet, even if we did list his numerous accomplishments and his more than 100 awards, it would not do him justice. His creativity, his spontaneity, the pure joy of being in his company cannot be conveyed in a mere couple of minutes. But we'll try. Phil has been involved in more than 300 dramatic productions, either as a producer, director, writer, designer, or actor. He is often called upon to serve as an MC with KTWU's fundraising activities. KTWU is the public TV station on Washburn's campus. Phil served as an adjunct professor in the mass media department for several years. As a published playwright, there have been more than 3,000 productions of his original works and stage adaptations throughout the nation. Among them, some of the most beloved stories: It's a Wonderful Life, A Christmas Story, The Velveteen Rabbit, and A Christmas Carol. Phil has been entrusted to bring these classics to life on stage. Phil began performing professionally, says he, at age 4, performing magic tricks. By the time he was a teenager, he helped found the Playhouse in the Park, later the Helen Hawker Theater. He left to attend KU and then returned to serve as the artistic director. Phil also founded IHS Productions in 1994. This company presents a touring production of his play In His Steps every 18 months, based upon the 1896 best-selling novel by Charles Sheldon. Phil has a long-running relationship with Dale Easton's The Drunkard, from painting sets to starring in and directing the popular play. His Mark Twain on Tour began during the tenure with Creed Colorado Repertory Company in 1967. The one-man show continues to date, playing towns in Missouri, Kansas, and Colorado. The performance currently touring under the auspices of the Kansas Arts Commission. Amidst these pursuits and so many more, Phil has been lauded by his peers. Among the accolades heaped upon him are the National Telly Awards, the local Art Connects Award, the Emmy for Dracula, Theater of the Mind, a live televised radio studio-style production with KTWU, and which Phil wrote, co-produced, directed, and acted. He remains humble, okay, maybe not humble, but certainly grateful for his career, and proudest of his kids, one of whom, Alex, is a best-selling novelist. Phil was surprised to learn in one of Alex's interviews that he was inspired by his dad. Phil said that if anything about his life had surprised him, it was that he had been able to earn a living as a playwright. It isn't easy, though Phil makes it seem so.
Earlier in my life, I rode bucking horses and rodeos, and my shoulders took such a beating, and that was probably the reason for having several previous surgeries on both shoulders. About a year ago, I decided that I didn't want to have another surgery, and so I contacted Kansas Regenerative Medicine, took their treatment process. It was relatively pain-free. Now, after 8 months, my shoulders have healed to the point where I think I'm probably 90 to 95% of normal. It takes a couple of months to start to see results and feel real progress. That continued to increase gradually until now at approximately 8 months. And I'm extremely pleased. I've got full range of motion. I can lift weights, I can throw, I can do a lot of things that I couldn't do without a lot of pain previously. So I'm tickled to death with the results, and I'd recommend this process to anyone.